Trustees.
Ms. Woods?
All right, Ms. Woods, is the meeting properly posted? Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Laredo.
Mr. Laredo, is the meeting properly posted?
Yes, it was.
Is there a quorum?
Yes, we have a quorum.
Is there a quorum? Okay, I didn't know who to ask. All right, so we have a quorum. All right.
All are present but Mr. Richard.
All right. Okay, brief announcement. During the 84th session of the Texas Legislature, House 283 was passed into law. This law requires that all regular meetings of the Board of Trustees be recorded and made available to the public. Goose Creek CISD trustees have been making audio recordings of meetings for many years and made them available to patrons upon request. As of January 2016, all regular meetings of the Goose Creek CISD Board of Trustees will be recorded using audio and video technology and posted to the district website within 7 days as required by House Bill 283. Please be reminded that by attending this meeting, it will be recorded as part of the proceedings, and therefore your image, anything you say, will be posted to the district website for public viewing. So basically, just behave. You're going to be on. You're going to be on video. All right. I'm going to turn the time over to Dr. Duarte.
All right, Vice President Poppy, school board members, Mr. O'Brien. We will begin the opening ceremonies with the prayer led by Pete Poppy. Everyone, please rise.
Well, our Father in heaven, we thank you for this opportunity we have tonight to meet together as a board of trustees. And we thank you for the opportunities we have to, and the responsibility that we have to make decisions in the best interest of the Baytown and Highlands community and our students, as we represent our community to make the decisions that we feel is best, to help our students in all aspects, both academic, social, physical, and mental. Bless that we will bless each other here tonight, that we all arrived in safely. Bless that we'll be able to work together and to draw upon the many experiences and knowledge that each one of us has to come up with the best solution for all. And these things we humbly ask. In the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. The pledges will be led by Augustine Laredo.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor
the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
You may be seated. Before we begin the approval of minutes, we wanted to take a minute to thank Covestro, and they just stepped out, so Kevin was going to see if we can get them back in the room. Oh, they're waiting for a big check?
They were going to
Okay.
leave. We can wait.
All right.
They didn't bring the big checks. They weren't planning on having a presentation.
Right, but we were just going to have them come up for a picture. Do we not have a photographer either? Okay. We'll just go to minutes and we'll figure this out.
All right.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? I believe there was a clarification on page 4. I believe it stated Miss Jenny's Coffee seconded a motion. I don't believe Miss Coffee was at that meeting. I don't recall who made the second of the motion, but I don't know if it was Miss Woods or not, but whoever that is. All right, we have a motion. We have a second. Any more discussion? All right, all in favor? Raise your right hand.
Be on the right hand.
All right. Any opposed? Guess not, because that's majority, right? Okay, 5.
And Mr. Poppy, we did have citizens participation tonight.
All right. My apologies. Oh, we have, I believe, Noemi, you said we have 5?
Yes.
We have 5 individuals who have signed up to participate for public participation. All right, if you'll just bear with me, I do have to just read something here. So the next item on the agenda is citizens' participation. This is the time the board will hear any public concerns or public comments from those that have signed up to address the board. Before hearing such matters, I would remind each speaker that you are limited in your presentation to 5 minutes and that you should not identify any teachers, administrators, staff, or students by name in addressing your concerns or comments. Pursuant to state law and board policy BE legal, the board cannot consider or take action on your concerns at this meeting unless it pertains to an item on the agenda, on the posted agenda for this meeting. Any deliberation or decision on an item that is not posted for consideration at this meeting shall be limited to a proposal to place this subject on the agenda of a future meeting. All right, with that being said, we have the. There we go. Who will,
invite them up.
yeah, who will be the timekeeper? All right, Mr. Laredo will be the timekeeper.
I'll give you a 1 minute hand signal.
Okay, we have 5. Do we want all 5 together or individually? Individual, my understanding. If you are here for public participation, invite you up to the stand here with Dr. Duarte. And before you start, just state your name so we know who you are, and then Mr. Laredo will be your timekeeper.
My name is Chris Garcia.
Go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Chris Garcia, and this year I'll be an upcoming senior. I was a former pit boss as well as a member of the drive team for the Bloggerfish. Recently, the school board has purchased the YMCA for expanding in the future. The Bloggerfish would like to propose that the district will lead the gymnasium for various reasons: to provide a home for the Bloggerfish and to advertise and exemplify the true meaning of STEM through the district robotics team. By inheriting the structure, there can be endless possibilities for the future of this academy and program. By using the gym as a home for robotics, it can serve as a prime example to next generation students entering junior and high school. Students will be able to witness the basic curriculum that is taught in STEM being practiced by team members, which can only be encouraging. Housing a robotics team at the YMCA can be vital for the growth of interest in the community by promoting STEM and FIRST robotics. FIRST robotics has helped me grow as a person by allowing me to have hands-on work and experiencing what the life of an engineer may consist of on a daily basis. After joining the FIRST community, I redirected my career aspirations completely. Prior to joining the team, I wanted to pursue a job in the business and financing industry. Immediately after my first season with the team, I discussed with my grade level counselor to put me into the STEM Academy. I was able to adjust being in STEM courses because of what robotics has exposed me to. Working with hand tools, power tools, comprehending CAD drawings, and measuring objects was nothing new to me. Working with experienced engineers from various companies such as Exxon, NASA, LyondellBasell, and other companies has allowed for me to understand operations in the real-world job sites. The ultimate goal of STEM is to prepare the generations to come by instilling the basics of science, technology, engineering, and math into the everyday students. FIRST Robotics embodies the true meaning of what it is to be a part of STEM. Utilizing the gymnasium at the YMCA for STEM and robotics purposes is only the beginning of what is to come for both STEM and FRC. We hope that the school board may review our request and consider the endless possibilities that come along with preserving the gym. Thank you, and good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Hello, my name is Adolfo Amador. Good afternoon. My name is Adolfo Amador. I was a former senior and now an incoming freshman of Rice University. I was the former team captain as well as the president of the Bloggerfish Executive Committee. After listening to these other individuals talk about the benefits of having the YMCA, I would like to mention the scope of what teams already have their own facility. In KDISD, home to Team Kryptonite, the Robert Shaw Center, a $5.4 million facility, was built to house the team, but also to benefit grades K through 12. The robotics team uses it to provide field trips for younger generations, summer camps for young minds, community engagement events, and also professional development. The facility has been a big help on their path to becoming a great team in the community and on the playing field. Another recent addition has been the $4.1 million robotics lab that Conroe ISD has built for their team, Texas Torque. Texas Torque is a world-class team who not only does well at competitions, but in their community as well. They regularly promote STEM by holding workshops helping the younger generations to develop a love for STEM. Paradox, the team out of Pearland, also have facilities for themselves. They have the ability to create a full field and work area. Their shop used to be a huge band hall, but it was repurposed for their use. The last example I have is the team out of NASA. The Robonauts are by far one of the best teams in Texas, and with good cause. They have half of a hangar to work out of, equipped with a practice field, machine shop, and a whole lot of engineers. They are sponsored by Clear Creek and NASA and compete well. The one thing in common with all these teams is that they all have a dedicated facility that they can practice in. They are able to host events, have competitions, and provide a place where younger generations can work hand in hand with engineers for a common goal. For us, the YMCA is already there. It just needs to be repurposed. This program has taught me a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have otherwise known. I learned things that school usually does not teach. Just the other day, my mentor asked me when I had learned Ohm's Law. I had learned about Ohm's Law in robotics a whole year before I had learned it in physics. There is so much that can't be taught in school settings that this program has tried to incorporate through the use of mentoring. I have been in robotics my whole life. I started in the 2nd grade, joined FLL my 5th grade year, and have transitioned through the program all the way through. This program has influenced me in more than one way. I had made up my mind a while ago that I was going to be a neurosurgeon. My mentors have tried to steer me into engineering, but I set on medicine. With robotics, I came to realize that learning formulas and building machines was actually fun. I have now realized that my angle on my medical future has changed. I want to go into medicine thinking of how to incorporate technology and medicine into my field of work. It has not only changed my interests, but also gotten me a lot of benefits. This fall, I will be attending Rice University. I'm not saying robotics was 100% responsible for that, but I know it didn't hurt. I'm also currently interning at NASA for the summer. That too is a result of what this program can help facilitate. This program has helped me network with a lot of people who have already experienced life and can shed some light on what's best for the future. The achievement of working at NASA has also been experienced by a former Barglefish, Cameron Adams. He co-opted at NASA as a result of being on the robotics team. He has now accepted an offer from a company in Waco due to his skills he developed during his robotics years. Having the YMCA to use as a practice facility will allow more people to be able to experience similar things. We would be able to have more people on the team, find new mentors, and create an environment that fosters development in students as future young adults. I know that without robotics, I would have probably been a different person than I am now. Working on the team helped me learn to collaborate with and work with people of different viewpoints. I know that having our facility would not only be a benefit to the current students, but also to the students young and old who would be able to participate and get the experience what engineering is like while their minds are still being shaped. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Amador.
Good evening. My name is Kagan Knox. I came into robotics believing I would never enjoy anything to do with STEM. Math is my most hated subject in school, yet I have learned that not all experiences with it can be a bad thing through my time in the robotics program. It's allowed me to see the real-world applications to math that I never would have seen before. It's forced me to learn quickly and test my abilities. There are consequences such as losing a match if the numbers are wrong, not just a few points on a test. Through watching the robots on the field, the numbers are no longer just another hoop to jump through, but something tangible that you can see come alive. I learned this through scouting matches, which is when you watch a match in order to see what a robot is capable of during a competition. Scouting during a match is not just about counting how many points a robot makes, but being able to translate those numbers into information we can use for future strategies. I wasn't able to realize this until my first competition, when I was able to see our robot actually perform, not just drive a few feet around the shop. I was totally unprepared for what scouting really was, because I was never able to see a robot in action before. I only saw bits and pieces of the game in the shop and was never able to picture the entire game. The YMCA gym would give the Blarglefish the ability to see the entire game in play before a competition. Not only would this area be beneficial for our team, but other FRC teams in the area as well. We could host practice matches for other teams that would prepare us for competitions and allow us to build stronger connections with the other teams in the surrounding areas. This space would also allow us to host workshops in order to share knowledge and ideas with other teams so that we can continue to grow and make more of an impact in the district and community. One of the first program's main ideas is to build a community around a shared love of learning in STEM, and the YMCA gym would give us the opportunity to build that in our district.
Thank you, Ms. Knox.
Hi, my name is Andrew Beck, and I go to Sterling High School. This program has helped me in deciding what I want to do with my life. I've been struggling with deciding whether I want to be a park ranger or a mechanical engineer. Two polar opposite things, but nonetheless tough for me to decide. Because of this program and all the fun memories and experiences that I've had on this team, it has solidified me in wanting to become a mechanical engineer. It has also provided tons of knowledge of how things work and many leadership skills, and has provided me with opportunities that I would have never explored, such as I'm in the process of applying for Naval and Air Force academies, and if it wasn't for me going to one of the competitions and visiting with college representatives, I would have never considered these academies. I believe that gaining a facility for the robotics program will provide these experiences and opportunities for younger kids that are in our district. More specifically, I believe that we can help and support the FLL teams, or the First Labor League teams, which we have at every junior high across the district as of last year. I've been a part of FLL for 7 years now, 4 years on a team, and 3 years mentoring. Through these experiences, I have learned that teams can only do well if they have someone who knows what they are doing and truly knows the program of FLL. Through getting a facility, we would be able to grow our program and would be able to have mentors for every team in the district. Through these FLL teams, we can fuel our program, and because of these newfound kids that were once a part of FLL, they can help our FRC team and their old teams, and we will know what they are doing, and they will know what they are doing, and we'll be able to help those teams. Something that would also benefit the FLL kids through a facility that we would own is having a centralized and consistent place where they can learn. Over time, I have realized that it is hard to find a coach who is dedicated to the FLL program. This causes kids to leave the program because of lack of passion or want to be in the program. But with our consistency of coaches, kids, and hopefully a facility on this FRC team, these kids will have a place that they are used to and are ready to join once the time comes. With this consistent teaching and having a grounded and consistent building, we will cause kids to want to search for knowledge and make GCCISD more competitive with other districts in the STEM field, and also provide a better education experience to the students that we would be mentoring in their schools because of their newfound search of knowledge and love of learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Beck.
Hi, my name is Ixel Amador. I attend Sterling High School. I am in many school clubs. I am in the Key Club, Student Council, and Science Club. I am also a member of the swim and water polo team. I am always active in community service. I am a dancer and take private lessons at dance school. I am also in the RSS orchestra and take private piano lessons year-round. I am an active AP student and maintain good grades. I am also a member of the FRC robotics team, the Blarglefish. This has been my first year on the robotics team, but have been active in FLO robotics for the past 5 years. Being on the robotics team has made me be able to handle problems better and quicker. Robotics has made me acquire skills that I would have otherwise never discovered. Robotics has made me a team leader, being able to work great under pressure and resolve issues accurately and quickly, such as mechanical or electrical. Being on the robotics team has opened the opportunity to work with other FRC students from all around the world. This has opened my eyes to the needs not only for our team, but the world. Being on the robotics team has given me the opportunity for networking. Robotics has promoted interactions with professionals from Bayer, Exxon, and even NASA. We have had the opportunity to meet people from all professions and have benefited from the knowledge they possess. Imagine being able to think of an idea and prototype it within an hour. If our team had the space and ability to practice and actually test our robot to the fullest, we would become a better team than we already are. We have the passion and potential, but lack a full functional field to practice on and discover our true potential. Imagine a water polo team practicing in a kiddie pool, or a basketball team practicing with half a court, or a football team with only 20 yards. Their team would not be very successful. Our situation now is that we need more space. Robotics has helped me realize how medicine and technology are becoming one. I plead to you today that you repurpose the YMCA to be the new home of the Blargofish. To all us dreamers, futures, engineers, doctors, writers, etc. of this district, please help our goals become a reality and allow us to use the YMCA as a keystone that will foster growth in our district for STEM and this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Amador. All right, before we head on, I do want to thank, I know all of you are students or former students, and I know there's probably a million other things you'd rather do on a Monday night of summer break, but I do want to at least take this opportunity, I'm sure the other board members probably do as well, but to thank you, A, for your professionalism, taking the time to come out here for something you strongly believe in, and individually, I appreciate you doing this, and I appreciate you taking the time, and we'll do what we have to do on our end, but I appreciate you guys coming out here tonight, and I think you guys did a fabulous job.
And I wanted to send a shout out to Mr. Cummings as well. Thank you for being here to support your crew. And you've got a team member from NASA here as well, I think. Mr. Fox, that's what I thought, okay. A couple of parents here tonight as well. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. As you know, with public comment, we can't really respond back and answer tonight, but we did want to say, as Mr. Poppy said, thank y'all for being here.
All right, the next item is our action items.
All right, our next thing on the agenda is our action items. Consideration of consent agenda. Number 1, agreement for the purchase of attendance credits, netting Chapter 42 funding. Number 2, donation from Covestro. Number 3, renewal of the interlocal agreement with Harris County Hospital District, Harris Health System, and Goose Creek CISD for school-based clinic. Number 4, renewal of liability insurance coverage for Goose Creek CISD. Number 5, renewal of the aggregate deductible plan for workers' compensation insurance coverage. Number 6, there is an edit I need to make you aware of as I read it out. Final option to extend CSP for general walk-in trade for food, supplies, and or services, and CSP for supplemental vendors. In your enclosed documentation, there is a vendor list, and one of the vendors did not submit their paperwork in a timely fashion and will need to be removed. That vendor's name from that list to be removed is Firehouse Subs. Number 7, first option to extend RFP for deaf education interpreting services. And number 8, property tax foreclosure resales. And number 9, budget amendment. So administration presents to you 1 through 9 with an edit to number 6 as mentioned.
Do we have any, do we have a motion? Or does anybody want to have any of the items pulled?
I'd like to move for approval of the consent agenda.
All right, we have a motion.
I second that motion.
Okay, Mr. Ben Poppy seconded it. I couldn't remember if it was you. I couldn't tell who said it. All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your hand. All right, any?
6-0.
No, Howard, did you raise your hand?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 6-0. We have 6 favor, 0 against, and 1 absence. All right, that takes us to the next. The next item is a future board agenda items, board training, and board meetings.
I'd like to kind of follow up on, I'd like to hear a follow-up or discussion or something to the effect in regards to the robotics program and the facility at the Y, or at the former Y.
All right.
Include the condition of the gym.
Yes.
So we have that for the request tonight, but we also in the process.
Right. We have reviewed it and looked at it. I don't have a full report for you at this time, but the concerns at this time would include safety concerns more than anything. The building is being maintained. Dr. Price has directed the staff to keep it maintained as far as HVAC, cooling, and everything, so it hadn't diminished at all. But prior to that, the gym was in some form of disrepair. The greater concern than the gym floor or anything would be the swimming pool. The safety concern with removing it prior to the property being utilized by anyone.
So, also on that, as I always go back to it, the old Highlands gym and the condition of it, because it, you know, it has an open gym space that can be utilized also. So we need to look at that also.
We've gotten estimates to have that refurbished as well. So it is a cost analysis
Yeah.
decision that I'll be presenting to the board at future meeting. The consideration with the YMCA, I think they even referred to it, that they understood that the property may be used for future expansion of the Stewart Career Tech High School.
Right.
So the understanding, any understanding would probably need to be extended that the home, if considered, would be potentially temporary.
Yeah.
For that facility, as it currently stands, is designed to be demolished in the future as we expand the Stewart Career
Right.
Tech High School. So
That's why I wanted to make sure we put into also looking at the other facility.
yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll include that in the report.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, do we have any other? I have some from my discussion with the board president, but are there any other items amongst the board? Okay. In speaking with Mr. Richard, the board president, he did want us to, since he will not be here this evening, we need to set up a board workshop or a meeting that we can have for us to discuss the superintendent's evaluation. So I asked, kind of bring your calendar so we can kind of pick some dates that will work for everybody here. And that was one of the items. Another one, well, let's do that one first.
Were we talking about
I
July?
won't be back. When are we looking to do it? About?
Preferably late July, early August. I don't know. I know you're out for the next 2 weeks.
Right.
This is what? Okay, so you're back after the 10th or the 17th?
I'll be back on the 16th, so
Okay.
I'll be back on the
Okay.
17th. I may be going to Austin on the 17th, dropping off my daughter, but
All right, so normally do we have 2 or 1 board meeting scheduled for July? Do we normally 2? Okay.
And subject to edit by the board this evening.
we have one meeting in July and then
10th and 24th.
have the workshop on the 24th. Oh, but we have to review the information.
Do we want to meet? I mean, I'm open to whatever. Is it easier to meet separately? Just on
We're
that?
currently scheduled for the 10th and the 24th.
24th.
Board meetings, are either of those short enough meetings, do we suppose, to include a workshop for the?
Or you could count one of them as a workshop and one of them as a board meeting.
Yeah.
You could have a board workshop and then end it and then start a board meeting. I mean, however you want to do it. But
Why don't we, of course I say this, I won't be here, but why don't we get the information that we need on the 10th, including the evaluation form, and plan on a workshop, plan on a very short meeting.
On the 24th?
And do something on the 24th after the meeting.
Okay.
Well, the short meeting would just be if we had some business that we needed to finalize.
One thing that will need to happen at that meeting is hiring personnel.
On the 24th?
Anytime we meet, we'll need.
Yeah, we'll need to do that in the summer. Anytime.
Oh,
we
that's
meet.
right. That's right. That's true.
But I mean, that's still pretty quick.
You have a blank check, sir.
That's right.
All right. So what I got is the 10th. We will hand out any evaluation documents, tool,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then we will have a regular board meeting on the 24th, and afterwards we'll go to a workshop. Okay. Everybody got that? Okay. The next item is board goals. So just try to have a workshop set aside for board goals.
Does that need to be done in July as well?
Mostly the July to August. We're going to have, there's 3 of them on here. I've got board goals, and the next one is high school setup /UIL update, just kind of a workshop to bring all the information together. It's just a workshop, so no decisions will be made, but just a workshop to bring information.
Is there any way we can combine those two?
I'm fine. I'm open to it. I think we can. I just want to get with your feedback. Maybe make the meeting a little bit longer, but I think I'd rather personally meet a little bit longer one time than meet 2 times short. That's just, I'm not just speaking for myself, but that might be easier to get all of our schedules with the summer months too, to pick one date.
So did I hear we'll have a short regular meeting on the 24th, followed by a workshop that'll have 2 topics?
No, it'll have one
No,
topic.
one topic. Just superintendent evaluation.
Yeah.
Separate meeting is what we're talking about with the board goals.
Okay.
Yeah, separate workshop, sorry.
I didn't know if you wanted the workshop to be simultaneously following.
I was not.
Okay.
That would be a really long meeting.
That would be
Yes,
long.
it could
Really
be.
long workshop.
Could be. So,
What about the week of the 7th?
August or
Yes.
July? August, okay.
Or is that too close to the other one? When's the first day of the teacher report back here?
21st? Is that right, Dr. Duarte?
Yeah. That's students.
August 10th is the official start date, but we have exchange time for those 2 days.
Oh, okay.
We actually have 2 weeks in between our board meetings then anyway because of the 5th July week.
That's
so
correct.
We don't have a regularly scheduled meeting on August 7th.
You want to do it on the 7th? Okay.
August 7th. I have board meetings on 1st and 3rd.
You want to do it on Tuesday?
No, I don't. I have on 2nd and 3rd. So, yeah, the 7th should be fine.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I don't even know my own board meetings. All right. August 7th, is that okay down here? Alyssa, okay?
And that was for board goals
August
and
7th.
potentially.
Do we want to combine the board goals? And the other one was high school setup and UIL update.
Yes.
Combine
Please.
those together?
I think so.
Okay. All right, okay. August 7th?
6:30?
6:30, normal time. All right, let me just verify. 'Cause I forgot. Al Rashard sent me his schedule.
That would be good.
And I didn't memorize it. And Mr. Rashard has August 8th through 10th available. He doesn't have the 7th. Just Tuesday, the 8th, with that.
That's fine.
Then a part of board meeting to that Tuesday, the 8th.
Tuesday, the 8th.
That week.
Okay. So you start at 6?
Yeah, we start at 6.
Right. So the 8th work for anybody else? We can start at 7, right? If it's a special meeting, it's a workshop.
So we're doing the 8th at 7?
If that's all right, I'm just
Yeah, that's fine.
going to line.
Will that work for you?
The 8th at 7, will that give you
Yeah.
a few minutes late? Okay. Is that okay, Sam?
The 8th
Yeah,
at 7
Tuesday.
o'clock.
7 o'clock. August 8th. I know. I apologize. But, all right, so August 8th at 7
Yeah,
p.m.?
killing me.
Okay, and we will do the board goals and the high school setup / UIL update. Okay.
Board goals in high school.
All right, we might write mine down. Okay.
Well, I guess we can. I'll pass it on.
Okay, 7 o'clock. Whenever.
Okay.
There's not
Any other-
for closed unless you want it.
Oh, there's no need to go to closed session? Is that you said?
Not unless anyone has any questions about personnel.
All right, does anybody have any questions about personnel that would feel that we need to go to closed session for?
No. Now, you said August 8th.
Yes.
Okay.
August 8th, I guess it's
At
Tuesday?
7.
At 7.
Okay.
About a 7 and 8 going around there.
I know, I was like, okay. Which one is which?
All right, so we will.
Wait, can we go to closed session?
Yeah. All right. All right, it's become very apparent that an attorney who wrote these rules never conducted a board meeting. I have to read all this. Bear with me here. The board will now recess into a closed session pursuant to the following sections of the Texas Open Meetings Act. Texas Government Code Section 551.071, private consultation with board's attorney on any or all subjects or matters authorized by law. Section 551.072, discussing purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property. Section 551.073, discussing negotiated contracts for prospective gifts or donations. Section 551.074, considering the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, or to hear complaints or charges against a public officer or employee. Superintendent's evaluation. 551.075, to confer with employees of the school district to receive information or to ask questions. 551.076, considering the deployment, specific occasions for implementation of security, personnel, or devices. 551.082, considering the discipline of a public school child or complaints charged against personnel. 551.083, considering the standards, guidelines, terms, or conditions the board will follow or will instruct its representatives to follow in consultation with representatives of employee groups. 551.084, excluding witnesses from a hearing, and 551.087, deliberation regarding economic development negotiations. No action will be taken while the board is in closed meeting. I think I may have read more than I needed to, but we're good. Closed session. A reminder: no action took place in closed session.
All right, as a matter of discussion of personnel, administration would recommend that you accept the resignations, retirements, and elections as presented in the superintendent election report.
Move for approval.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments, discussion? All in favor, raise your hand, say aye. Aye. Do we say aye normally? Sorry. All said
We
aye.
will tonight. Aye.
Aye.
Hey, when you're at two different districts, man, not everything's done the exact same way. You're going off memory, you're forgetting. All right, that was 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 abstain.
And next we have a consideration of administrative personnel. Approve the selection of student support administrators, Terrence Wilms as SSA at Baytown Junior, and Philip McAdam as SSA at De Zavala Elementary.
Do we have any motion?
I'll move to approve.
We have a motion. We have by Mr. Clem,
Second.
a second by Mr. Ben Poppy.
Okay, good.
Any discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. 6 in favor, 0 against, 0 abstain.
Final administrative recommendation is for the approval of the selection of academic dean at Ross S. Sterling High School, Margaret Cosby.
Move to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Well, motion by Mr. Clem, a second by Mr. Sampson. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. All right, 6 in favor, 0 against, and 0 abstain. All right, next item is adjournment. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
Amen.
Motion.
Motion by Sampson, second Clem. Done.